Matthew, and today I'm going to make, it's just a sort of bottle pendant kind of style necklace kind of thing. I mean, you could probably use it as a keychain or something like that. I mean, the only downside to these, they're really cute, is that they're glass, and of course they're breakable, so it's something you have to be careful about. I saw something like this on Pinterest, and I thought it was so cute that I thought I'd do my own version of it. They had, I think they called it rain in a bottle, but I would say this is moonstone, so I'll call it moon in a bottle. I just got this bottle at a dollar store. They're, you know, fairly reasonably priced. This is the smallest one I got. This is a 2-inch bottle, but I think that you can get them smaller than this, and you would have to gauge your beads that you're going to use inside according to the size of your bottle. So what you do is you're going to take your chain. I have about, I mean, this is about 4 inches. I probably don't need that much, but I just wanted to make sure I had enough. So you're just going to gauge it against your bottle. Usually you would do it in a graduated way so that each chain comes a little bit longer. So I would say you can measure it if you want. So if this is 2 inches, maybe you would do 1 inch and then maybe 1.5 inches, but don't go too long because you also have to remember that your beads are going to be hanging in there too. So it ends up that you need a lot less chain than you would think you would need. Okay, but that's okay. You can always trim it before you hang it in your bottle. So I'm working about it with a 26 gauge wire. I'm just going to do like a regular briolet wrap for my crystals, okay, because they're top drilled. So all you need to do, this is a super easy briolet wrap. I'm just going to do just a loop like that. Slide on a piece of chain, it doesn't matter which, because they're all going to be, you're going to use all your chain. And then at this point you're just going to grab hold of that circle and then just wrap that tail around the base wire. Okay, and tuck everything in. And trim back it if you don't want it all. So now that we have this, I'm just going to slide that right through your crystal. And then you're going to have something that looks like this. Now this is a different type of briolet wrap. Like I said, super easy. Just take that loop and give yourself some space so that it can guide up to the side. So it's sort of framing the side of your bead like that. And then just go on the other side, okay, like that. And then all you need to do is take your wire and start to wrap around where you're going to wrap around the base of the loop. Okay, just watch you don't get your chain, and then you can catch the tip of your crystal and start to wrap right down. And I'm just going to, you know, do a real messy wrap. So there you go so far, and then continue to wrap, filling in all the spaces. And then just right up to the top again, and you can trim it back. And that would be your first wrapped crystal. So I'm going to wrap the rest of the crystals and I'll come back. So I have the crystals all wrapped, and the next thing I'm going to do is just do a loop that I'm going to stick in the bottom of this cork so that it can support all the crystals. Now the one thing that you want to do is you're going to have to just see if the measurements are correct for you. So just slide all of them on the loop. Don't close the loop. Just look and see if it's hanging the way you want it to hang. If it's graduated enough. If it's not, what you can do is go in and trim it. And also you're going to put it into your bottle and just see how much, if you're having, so if you notice that's way too long, so that means I've got to trim it. Once you wrap your crystals, you'll notice you have a little more space, a little more length than you anticipated, and that's what I did notice. So what you can do is, like I said, just go in and trim a few links off of your chain, just keeping each one according to the specifications you had. So for instance, if that was going to be my shortest one, and then I would just do another one that's a little bit longer, now what you're going to do is just try it back again. Actually, I ended up by accident cutting off pretty much all the links of that, but that's okay because I think that it's still going to work just fine. So slide it back on. So let's see how that looks in the bottle. Okay, so now what you're going to do is leave those strung on like that, and then just grab hold of your circle and then just kind of close that loop, and you're going to wrap it a little bit. Okay, and at this point you're just going to trim it off. You don't have to trim too far, but probably about there, like about 1/4 of an inch. And then this is where you would, if you want to, and I would suggest doing it actually, use some glue, and then just put some glue on the tip of this, and then just kind of push it right into your cork, okay? And it should give way pretty well. And just try and push it in as far as you can into your cork like that. Okay, so that's what you would have. Then what you're going to do is just slide everything back in. And then you would have your crystals in a bottle, okay? And they seem to be hanging just the right amount. But like I said, if the cork is if you push in the cork a lot more, then it's gonna almost hit the bottom. But if you pull it out a little bit, and then what you can do is once you're sort of satisfied where everything is, then you can just put a little bit of glue around the edge of the cork, and then just put the cork right in, okay? But for now, I'm just gonna leave it like that, and I'm gonna finish it up. So to finish it off, so it's ready to wear, you're just going to take your pliers and just do a wrap loop again. The exact same kind of loop as you made when you were doing the inside. So just a circle, and you can make it a little bit bigger because you want to be able to have something to go, have enough space for something to go through it. Okay, so just wrap the tail around and give yourself some a little bit of length so that it can push right into your cork. Now you're just going to take that cork back out, and then just shove the other one in the top. Again, you want to add some glue here to keep it nice and sturdy and stable, and then put your crystals back in. And then you would have your completed pendant. So this concludes the tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you next time. Thanks for coming. Bye for now.